Okay, you're feeling stuck in your career. But before we look at why, let's look at what it feels like. So here you are, you're putting in, you're showing up, putting in the work, but it's not, you don't feel like you're going anywhere. You're seeing no progress, no advancement. Maybe there is some comparison going on. You look at your colleagues, whether where you're working or even outside, and you're seeing them moving along in their career, and you're not. You're no longer feeling motivated. You know, Going to work or doing what you're doing is no longer something that you look forward to. And then there is, just a sense of not seeing a way forward or just not being sure what to do. For me, I actually experienced all these things, and it was mostly not, seeing a way forward and no longer feeling motivated about doing what I was doing. And it was at that time I decided, to resign and make my career transition. Now, what I want us to do is look at three key reasons why you are feeling stuck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself off the screen so that we can be focused. All right. So the first thing that I want us to look at is the no opportunity for growth. And this can be in your current role where, there's just nowhere else to go with it. Or, there's nothing else that you can take on where you can grow in terms of responsibilities within your role, or things that you can do that are going to help you grow in terms of knowledge and skill, or within the whole company, the organization, there's just no room for growth. So let's look at three things that results in no opportunity for growth. First, let's look at the structural barriers. Now, if structural, your organizational structure, if it's pretty much flat, that means there are no opportunities or positions above yours that you can see yourself moving into. And that's what was happening for me. Or it could be that, you're really good at what you do, and your management or supervisor want to hold on to what you have to offer, to that talent that you have for the department that you're in. And that could be holding you back, or, keeping you from growing. There is the lack of visibility. And this is where there's, no what you're contributing in terms of your work, your company. There's no recognition or notice of this is actually coming from you. Whether that is where you have not voiced it yourself, or you don't have a mentor or mentors or an advocate who can speak to your contributions in rooms where you're not. So where they, can be able to say, hey, this is something that so and so is doing. Or if they are become aware of opportunities, then they're speaking up for you. So you lack in that visibility within your company or organization. And then there is the issue of a skills gap. It could be what is hindering you from moving forward is you don't have the skills that are needed in order for you to move up to those opportunities that would advance or grow your career. So these are things that could that could contribute to you having no opportunity for growth. So that's one. And so let's look at number two. Two is the career that you're in is no longer a good fit. So the problem is not that there's no growth opportunity for you to grow, it's no longer a good fit for you for a variety of reasons. And let us look at what those are. So one is burnout. I've had clients who either prior to us working together, expressed how in their role, they were taking on more responsibilities, more expectations, more demands. Those continued to increase, but nothing else was changing. And it just becomes too much, resulting in, them no longer enjoying what they do or finding it really exhausting, but not seeing no rewards from it. The other thing that could lead to lack of a fit is being in an unhealthy environment. So, where you're experiencing no support, there's no acknowledgement or recognition for what you're doing or contributing. The culture itself could be draining due to interpersonal relationships that are just not healthy, or even from the leadership itself, where there isn't that healthy leadership, or either the leadership is there's poor leadership. So when the environment is not supportive of you thriving or you growing, and is impacting your mental well-being, then that could also be result to no fit. Or it could be just that there's been a change for you in terms of your interests, your values, they have changed. And so what was capturing your interest no longer does. Or it could be there have been shifts within your industry that are no longer fitting in with you, or shift within in the priorities of your company. And so your strengths, your interests do not align. So could be another reason why you're feeling stuck, that it's just no longer a good fit for you. And number three is, where you just, in terms of your vision of where you want to go, it is not clear. And that is because you're not clear in terms of what it is that you want. And this could be due to the fact you're in your comfort zone. You're good and excel in the work that you're doing right now. And even though you're feeling all this other discontent due to the lack of growth or lack of fit, you are comfortable, and safety feels easier than making the change. And so that keeps you from, stepping out. Not having explored, okay, what else is out there. So not taking the time to see what are the opportunities out there that can utilize the skills that you have. If your interests have changed, looking to see, okay, what else is out there that now aligns with the new interests that you might have. So just not being clear about what other options are out there for you. And then the fear of risk. And I think this is usually a big one for most people. So just the thought of losing out on what you've gained so far in terms of professional standing, stability, income, benefits, all the good things that are there, despite the discontent or the misalignment that you're feeling right now. Just that fear of risk can keep you from stepping out or even seeing what else is out there, and so just continue feeling stuck. So which one is it for you? Is it the environment, your skills, where there's might be a gap, your mindset in terms of fear or just being in your comfort zone? Or is it that there is that lack of vision moving forward? So, which one is it for you? If you're like most people, it's going to probably be a combination of more than one. And I there's one that is really key and foundational to you getting unstuck. But before I talk about that, there's one other thing that I want you to pay attention to. You know, what is going on for you emotionally? What emotions are coming up? Is there sadness? Is there embarrassment? Is there shame? Is there frustration? And what meaning are you giving to, feeling stuck? Because these emotions are going to cause you to think of yourself in a certain way. So, are you feeling I'm not good enough? Is it that something is wrong with me that I can't figure this out? I'm not smart enough. What is coming up for you? What meaning are you giving to feeling stuck, being stuck? Because that in of itself can really also play a big factor in keeping you feeling stuck. So pay attention to that aspect as well. And the one thing that is really foundational to you getting unstuck or staying stuck is that lack of vision moving forward. What is it that you want to do? So, having that clarity will help in figuring out okay, if you want to advance in your career, where do you want to advance? How do you want to advance? In what positions do you want to advance into? If it's an issue of lack of career fit, then what is missing? Is it the culture that is not a good fit? Is it the career itself that is not a good fit? So, getting clear on what it is that you want is really foundational and vital in terms of you moving forward and figuring out your next steps. So my advice is start with gaining clarity for what it is that you want, gaining clarity for your vision moving forward.